Well, hello! Welcome to Never Seen It, a podcast where we watch movies we've never seen, and then we talk about them. I'm one of your hosts, Betsy. With me, as always, is my husband and co-host, Trent.
Hello.
Hi, Trent.
You might call me a life co-host.
A life co-host?
Yeah.
Excellent. Well done, you. Today we are watching another spooky, scary, whatever we want to call it, movie into this series we are doing abstractly. And
It's October.
It's October, so
This is what we're doing.
We're watching October stuff. And today we are watching American Psycho.
Psycho.
So I have seen this movie.
Yeah.
Trent, you have not.
No.
So this movie came out in the year 2000, so some 21 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
You've managed to miss this 2/3 of your life.
Yeah.
Why have you not watched American Psycho?
Well, we've talked about it because we don't really like these kinds of movies, like the psycho killers, slasher films, and serial killers, and all this stuff. I'm not really into that stuff. Like,
Okay.
I never watched, like, Dexter. Is Dexter just this movie, but a series?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. Very different things. Now, keep in mind, I like this movie.
Okay.
I have seen this movie many times. I
All
own
right.
this movie. So that should be giving you a hint that this is not Dexter. This is not
Sure.
straight up serial killer stuff.
Okay.
But yes, that is part of it. But why? Is there any other reason? Is it just because you think it's something
I don't know.
else?
It seems to me like it's very twisted.
Okay.
In that, this guy, Christian Bale, is the main actor, is the star, and this is like well before Christian Bale was Christian Bale.
Oh, absolutely. This is
know-
a good number of years before Batman.
Yeah. And that was the movie that really put him into like big stardom, that he was a household name.
Yes.
And I believe that this is like American Psycho is what got him on the lips of a lot of producers and whatnot. Trying to put him in, hey, let's get this guy. He was really good in this movie. Let's get him over here. He can act.
Right. So do you know anybody else who's in this movie?
No.
So I know you know a ton of people who are in this. You were
Fine.
probably going to be surprised by the number of people you recognize.
Probably.
Do you know anything else beyond the serial killer thing?
So I know that there's a scene involving him in this fucking plastic suit and like dancing or like listening to music. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's about all I really know.
So normally I wouldn't do this, but I think for this movie it is important for you to understand that this is supposed to be funny.
All right.
Because if you just watch this and you're finding yourself laughing, you might be confused. But it is intentional.
Okay.
This is what you would define as a satire.
All right.
It's very dark.
All right.
This is a dark movie. But I want you to understand that when your wife is laughing hysterically, it's because it's supposed to be funny.
It's not because she is also a psychotic.
No, but I think this movie is so niche for that reason that it's really hard to define. It's hard to describe to people without just watching it.
All right.
So
Fair enough. And you know me, I like dark comedies. And
Yeah.
I know you'd like them as well. And I don't really know Christian Bale to be into doing comedy.
right, so this isn't like straight up slapstick kind of comedy.
No.
It's like twisted. This is so dark, but it's funny comedy.
Okay.
So satire
So
is.
he isn't doing anything funny necessarily. not trying to be funny, but it is played off.
It is
like it is.
It is
funny.
supposed to be funny.
All right.
So they are not playing it to be funny, but it is supposed to be funny.
All right.
So I think it's important that I
Can you-
explain that to you.
Can you liken it to anything else I might have seen?
Oh God. Probably not off the top of my head.
Okay.
But, definitely dark comedy, like pitch black dark comedy. But I can't, without going into it,
All right.
it's hard to explain. But I just wanted to say that, to preface that, this is not just straight up serial killer movie.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more to it than that. There's some
It's not
layers.
campy. It's not like tongue-in-cheek type
No.
of stuff. It's
No, and it's also definitely dark. Like sometimes it's just dark, but for this one, I feel like I need to give you that going in more than just letting you go into this blind.
because I'm like under the impression like this is just a stone cold killer, And he doesn't, I mean, he's a businessman.
Right.
So is he like taking clients out? Is he taking like women out? Is it just random people off the street? I know he's a serial killer, and that's about all I know.
Okay, so we're going to leave it at that then, but I just wanted to preface it with, if you're finding something funny, it's because it's intentional. It's not because you have something wrong with you. And with this movie specifically, I think it's good to know that going in, as opposed to being stuck in the middle going, why is this supposed to be funny? I'm so confused. So yeah, that's it. We're going to go watch American Psycho, and we will be right back. And we're back. So that was American Psycho. Trent, you were making a lot of faces there at the end. So.
Oh my God. What? Okay, I am confused. I don't know how many times I said that during the ending. Please elaborate.
Okay, so what?
Okay, before we get into that. Sorry. Is this just one of these, it's up to the audience to decide what actually happens here?
Yes.
I don't like these. I don't like these.
This is basically, it is open-ended. It is very open to interpretation. The interpretation is this guy truly a psycho?
Has he actually
killed anybody?
Between 20 and 40 people?
Yep. Has he killed anybody at all?
Yeah.
Has he imagined the whole thing? Has he killed some people,
right,
but not certain people? Is it all in his head?
Right.
There's a lot of mistaken identity that happens throughout this movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is meant to be open for interpretation.
Man, that was a trip. All the way from beginning to end.
Oh, yeah. It's a weird movie.
Yeah.
But do you understand why I explained to you this is supposed to be funny?
Oh, yeah. I was laughing
not
most
the whole,
of the time.
Not the whole movie, mind you. But when I say it's satire, it's basically, it's set in the 1980s during the greed is good era.
Yeah.
This guy works on Wall Street. Yeah. And it's all about, like, the repression of these misogynistic men. Like, every man in this movie that he hangs out with, all his coworkers, are just full-on horrible people. Misogynistic, sexist assholes.
Yep.
Okay? And they work in a high-power industry. They don't love any of their girlfriends and fiancés. Everybody is fucking everybody else.
Yeah, and in fact, they, let's just say, hate women.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have a conversation where there's no such thing as a good personality on a woman.
Yeah.
It has to be a tight body and shut the fuck up.
Yep. If she has such a thing as a good personality, it's because she's ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the environment we're in, and he is channeling all of that and expressing it through these really dark fantasies. Whether they are real or not, that's kind of up to you, the viewer, to decide. Now, I'm of the opinion that some of it might be. Like, I think a little bit of it is. Like, at the end of the movie, they show his secretary digging through his desk.
Yeah.
And he's got this planner. And there's basically nothing in it.
A bunch of names.
Just a bunch of names, and then these really sick drawings. So this guy is definitely messed up.
Sure.
But it's just kind of a question of, well, what's actually happening? Like,
yeah, how far has it gone?
Right, like he is convinced he murdered Paul Allen.
Yeah.
And then somebody says he saw him in London, but then the detective who keeps meeting up with him says, "Do you know your whereabouts?" And the guy who he was pretending to be gave him an alibi. He said, "You were with me."
Right.
So,
which that right there also could be maybe all of these people just look out for each other.
Or they literally care so little about anybody around them, they don't know who anybody actually is. Paul Allen walks right up to him and calls him Marcus.
Yeah, over and over again.
Over and over again. His lawyer calls him Davis.
Yeah.
When he goes into a building freaking out, somebody calls him Mr. Smith.
Uh-huh.
So who is he? Nobody fucking knows who anybody is.
Who is
they're
Patrick
just
Bateman?
They're just white guys in suits. And he keeps saying from the beginning of this movie, Patrick Bateman, there's flesh and bone here,
Yeah.
but there's nothing inside.
Yeah.
Patrick Bateman doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So he basically tells you at the beginning of the movie he doesn't exist. So you could really extrapolate
He's an
this.
empty shell.
He
yeah.
is an empty shell. Like Patrick Bateman exists in some capacity because other people know Patrick Bateman.
Right.
But they keep calling him something else and talking about what a loser Patrick Bateman is.
Right.
So yeah, there's a lot of layers, there's a lot of interpretation, and then there's all these weird...
It's like fake Fight Club type of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's just instead of the misogynistic man thing coming out in beating the shit out of each other, he's doing it on its own.
Yeah.
On his own.
Yeah, I'm going to need to sit here and think about this one for a while, and I don't know what else I really want to say about it other than it's just kind of a mind fuck.
Yes.
And I guess that's the whole point.
Correct.
I had no idea it was going to be like this. The first thing I wrote down was I figured this movie was going to be a lot like Seven.
No.
The Kevin Spacey and Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman movie about a serial killer
where they'd be like chasing him
who
or
kills
something.
people based on the 7 deadly sins. There's a through line through all of that. No. This is a guy who is deeply disturbed.
Yes.
In one way or another. He's a control freak. He's very vain.
Yes.
Very much into himself and not anybody else.
No, and he says right at the beginning as he's, we're getting his internal monologue about what his deal is. Yeah. He's going through his daily routine. He says, I get up and I do exercise. I can do 1,000 crunches now. If I'm looking a little puffy, I'll put an ice pack on my face while I exercise.
Yeah.
I use this scrub and this moisturizer and this shampoo. He does like 7 steps to his skincare routine. He puts on a face mask, and then while that's there, he does something else. He doesn't use aftershave that has alcohol because it dries out your skin.
Makes you look older.
Yeah. And so he's going
Vanity
through...
be thy name.
He's going through this whole routine. He's very tan. He's very fit. He's very lean. You never see him eat anything in this movie.
No.
He goes to restaurants all the time. That's what he does. He's on Wall Street.
Right.
He is very wealthy. He's throwing money around like it's nothing. And that's kind of the environment he's in.
Right.
But these are also, if you know, guys, anything about Wall Street, the people who work on Wall Street are high-strung, stressed out, overworked.
I've seen The Wolf of Wall Street. I know how it goes.
These people are intense.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that he would need an outlet for all of that pent-up whatever.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of guys, they do the things that is depicted here. They do drugs.
Yeah.
They get women. They go off and like get into fights and do whatever else that you do to let off steam. In this particular case, he does all of that, but it's still not enough to him. So he's got these wild fantasies, whether he brings them out or not, but he's got it in his mind exactly what he wants to do, exactly what he wants to say,
and how he wants to do it.
Like he's got it completely rehearsed and how it's depicted here. If he's gonna, like, the famous scene. But right before we get into it, I looked over to Betsy and said, "Okay, is it the scene with Paul Allen where he's just gonna do a little dance in his raincoat and just kill him?" Yes. This is the scene. And he's talking about fucking Huey Lewis and goes on a diatribe about Huey Lewis and their history.
He's giving a speech about the quality and depth of Huey Lewis in the News and how Hip to Be Square is an undisputed masterpiece. Right. Meanwhile,
not everybody listens to the lyrics, but when you really listen to it, it depicts this, and this.
He's the darker darker answer to other singer-songwriters. Huey Lewis is the more serious answer when you really read his lyrics. And he is talking about this while he's putting on a raincoat and getting an axe to kill the very drunk man sitting in his living room. Mm-hmm. And he just, like, he even acknowledges it. Like, Paul turns around and goes, "Is that a raincoat?" Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And then he goes, "Hey, Paul," and axes him in the face. And you were laughing really hard at this because it's really funny.
It is really funny for a lot of different reasons, not the least of which is Christian Bale being a manic person. I don't think I've ever seen him like this at all.
He looks like he's made of plastic. In this movie, the way they have him made up, his skin is so tight and so smooth, and he is very put together. His hair is always in place, and he's got that, toothy grin, and he's very thin and fit.
Christian Bale looks like he's got like extra teeth in his mouth.
Kind of.
Yeah.
In this one, certainly.
All in everything where he's actually opening his mouth.
Yeah. When he's smiling big.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But that's in everything, not just this. But especially this. And then it kind of comes out when he speaks sometimes. He's got that almost Freddie Mercury quality about him. And Freddie Mercury actually did have...
just kind of how his teeth are out all the time when he talks?
Well, he had actually extra teeth.
Well, Freddie Mercury,
Freddie Mercury did, yeah. It's almost that quality to him. Mm-hmm. So
what do you think about Christian Bale in this movie?
He's
overall?
incredible. He's incredible. To come off as a psycho murder death killer, I believed it. The levels that he goes up and down, sometimes in the same scene.
Oh, yeah. Well, and he's basically, the more the movie proceeds, he's telling people in these loud clubs, like, "I'm in murders and executions."
Right.
But because they're in a club, she doesn't hear him. And she's like, "How do you like mergers and acquisitions?"
Yeah.
Because that's his job, is mergers and acquisitions.
It is.
"I like to murder girls and play in their blood."
Right.
And he just says it so matter-of-factly.
And they started that off pretty early on.
Yeah.
Where at the
first,
bartender.
Second scene of the movie.
The bartender, he says, "I think you're an ugly bitch, and I want to kill you and play with your blood."
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Was that just in his mind? Did he just think that, or did he actually say it? She didn't hear it because it's a loud club.
She turned her back to get the drinks.
The whole movie is like this.
Yes.
He does it so often, and it's always just thrown off like it's nothing. But the one time where you absolutely would have been sure that the other person heard it was with him and Reese Witherspoon at the restaurant.
Yeah.
Where he says, I have to commit like ample murders.
Homicides.
Like, I have to get this all out of me. Nothing.
No.
Not a damn thing from
This
her.
is why I'm saying the interpretation is probably these people just care so little about other humans, they're not even listening when you speak.
Yeah.
Nobody knows who you are or what you care about or anything. Like, you were literally admitting to having these dark, disgusting thoughts, and nobody's listening. They're just concerned about like the wedding or like getting a reservation.
Even in that scene, she's like looking past him to the people who are coming in that she happens to know.
"Oh, you've got a great bracelet."
Yeah, she's like motioning to her thing. "I love it. It's beautiful," and not listening to anything that he is saying. So is this more a commentary about your fucking friends and people you're in a relationship with are horrible people? And I can understand if you just think that life is fucking shit.
I told you, this is satire. It is interpreting a lot of things in a very dark, dark way.
Man.
And there's just like really funny sequences in this movie on top of like really kind of terrifying sequences. So like the scene where he pulls out his business card and he says, "I got a new business card." And he slaps it on the table and slides it across. And he's talking about its bone. The color of the thing is bone,
yeah.
the texture, and then the raised lettering in this font. And then somebody says, "Oh, that's nothing. Check this out."
Yeah.
And the look on his face, he's getting like biting his knuckles. Like he's so worked up about everyone being better than him.
Yeah, and he mentions it a couple of times about Paul Allen's place is better and more expensive than his.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that really bothers him.
And when Paul Allen's card comes out, he has to he drops it and he takes off his glasses because he's shaking.
He's shaking.
He's so...
with anger that it's better than his.
He's so upset about this whole thing. And that sequence is kind of a meme. People have used that online in different ways.
Okay.
I think I sent one to my sister a few weeks ago where it was people comparing pictures of their cats.
Oh, okay.
And he was getting really worked up about people's cats being more beautiful than his. But yeah,
and that whole scene in and of itself is really funny.
Yeah.
Because it's these fucking business guys.
But it's vanity.
Yeah, it's all dick measuring and it's just all of that shit. And I hate it. I hate it so much, Betsy.
Eggshell, bone, off-white,
These
cream.
men should not give two fucks about the color of their business card.
No, and then later he goes to another restaurant and Lewis is there.
Yeah.
And he's got one that's brand new and he has gold lettering. And this sets Patrick...
And it's a fucking monogrammed case.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this sets Patrick Bateman off to such a level that he follows him into the bathroom, puts on some gloves, and is about to strangle him.
Yeah.
This is the level of pent-up aggression he has about the dumbest things.
Yeah.
The dumbest things. And then,
if you have a life like this, you have no worries in the world.
Nope.
You have
More
all the
money
all
than
the
you know what to
money,
do with.
all the money in the world. You have a beautiful girlfriend / fiance / whoever. You're having an affair with another beautiful woman
who's always doped to her
who's
gills.
always doped up to hell and doesn't really give a shit about anything that's happening. Your life is great to some degree.
To a fault.
And you have to find these other things to be angry at, to be frustrated with. You can't just be happy because this man cannot actually have any good emotions.
He says he has no emotions except greed and rage.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Greed and indignation or something like that.
No, disgust.
Disgust. Yeah.
Disgust.
He feels two things, greed and disgust.
Which he shows his disgust with the homeless dude.
Yep.
Who we've seen before.
Yeah, I didn't remember that was the guy. So
Yeah.
it's the guy who ran the barbecue joint on House of Cards.
House of Cards in the first few seasons of that, yeah.
So yeah, he's a homeless man. He's walking down an alley and there's a homeless man there. And he says, "Are you hungry? Can I help you?" And then he just kind of turns on a dime and says, "We have nothing in common.
So
you smell like shit.
You smell like shit. We have nothing in common.
Why don't you get a job?
Get a job, man. Get out of here." And he just turns on a dime and stabs him.
Yep. He takes a knife out of his briefcase and then he kills this guy in the alley and he kicks the dog to death.
Yeah, for nothing.
For nothing.
For nothing.
Nope. At one moment near the end of the movie, he's getting money out of the ATM, and the ATM tells him, "Feed me a stray cat."
And he just happens to have a stray cat.
Yeah, there's a kitten there. So he starts to trying to shove this cat, and he pulls out a gun, trying to shove the cat into the ATM, but he's interrupted by a woman who's horrified, and he shoots the woman instead.
Yeah.
Did he, though? We don't fucking know.
Who knows? And then cops come, and he shoots all the cops, and there's an explosion, and all the cops are gone.
Yeah.
They're dead?
And there's another moment. So he shoots the cops, and he blows up the car, and he kind of looks at his gun in surprise.
Yeah.
Like, my little gun shouldn't
How did that happen? Yeah, that shouldn't have happened.
Exactly. Did it happen, Trent, at all?
Oh.
Because was anybody actually around to see him shoot that woman? I don't think so. It's dark. It's down in Wall Street area. We stayed down in that area.
We did.
And it is fucking abandoned at night.
Yeah.
There's nobody around.
Yeah.
So the idea that he shot some woman and there were witnesses and now all the cops know exactly who they're looking for and surround him is a little far-fetched to begin with.
Uh-huh.
And the fact that he blew up the car with a little gun is a bit much. Yeah. So it begs the question, did any of that even happen? Because I think all the stuff at the end didn't. I don't think for a second that
the big action scene.
I don't think for a second he was able to chase the hooker he picked up through an apartment building while he's completely naked and covered in blood, wearing sneakers.
He did put his shoes on.
With a chainsaw, screaming in the middle of the night, and that none of these people heard it.
Right, and the woman was also screaming
banging
bloody
on
murder.
Doors.
Banging on doors, trying to get people's attention. Yeah.
And he drops the chainsaw as she's running down the stairs, and it lands on her at the bottom.
And again, it's a movie. You can maybe discount a lot of those things because it is a movie, but because it's this movie, you have to question that.
Yeah. You have to question every single thing. He's at the dry cleaners at the beginning of the movie, and he's got these sheets that have a big red stain on them. And he's trying to argue with these people at the dry cleaners. You can't bleach those. These are really expensive sheets. Are you crazy? Are you fucking insane?
Yeah.
But you need to get them clean. And he tells the woman who comes in, who's apparently like a friend or something, it's cranberry juice, cran apple. But, like, what is this? Is this blood? Is it a stain? What is it? Because there's kind of a lot of moments in this movie where he's seen talking to a woman, and then it's like the next day.
Yeah.
That's that one. Later in the movie, he picks up a model at a bar, and then the next day, he has a lock of blonde hair, and this woman happened to be blonde.
Right.
He has a head in his freezer.
Right.
Like, is it that woman? Was that real?
And we also had an occasion where he got a hooker. He picked up a hooker and brought her home, and there was another woman who was an escort.
Girl, yeah.
It was an escort to come in, and they do this. He does another diatribe about Phil Collins.
Yeah.
And I figured, oh God, are we going to have a double murder on our hands? But no, it's just a sexy threesome.
Yeah.
That he tapes where he is all the way vain in this one.
I need to mention this because I wrote it down because it made me laugh so hard.
All right.
So he was talking about Phil Collins and how he's been a Genesis fan from the beginning.
Yep.
But he calls Invisible Touch an epic meditation on intangibility.
Yep.
And then he plays Susudio,
Yep.
and they all fuck to Susudio while he's filming it.
And like flexing.
Yeah, we don't look at the girls. He's literally filming this activity.
Yeah.
But he's not looking at the girls, and he's not looking at the camera. Yeah. He's looking at himself.
He's looking at himself in the mirror. Yeah.
Flexing and pointing while he's thrusting.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, a guy would do.
Yes.
A guy would do this, and you don't have to be a psychotic killer to do such a thing. No. So my point to all this is, okay, he does all of that. He has sex with the ladies. They wake up later. Now, this is the other part where maybe it didn't happen, but he gets up to go over to his drawer where he has a whole lot of, let's just call them torture utensils.
Yeah. Screwdrivers and scalpels and
scissors,
wire hangers.
Sharp things.
Sharp shit.
Sharp things.
Yeah.
And we don't see what happens, but the two women leave in a huff, and one of them is bleeding, and they were hurt.
Yeah.
They were hurt by him.
Yes. He tortured them.
Right. He didn't kill them. He just tortured them.
He did enough that they went along with it.
Right.
But not so much to make it
not
stop.
Not enough to have them say no more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But they definitely wanted to leave.
He took it way too far, though, because later on he picks the same girl up, and she's like, no, not after last time.
No, I have to have surgery
I had to go to the hospital after that.
Right.
But, of course, she can't say no to a giant wad of cash.
Sure.
So she goes with him.
Right.
And then ends up getting, cut up by a chainsaw.
Right. And again, that's the next thing. Like, he's in bed with this other woman in the second sexy threesome with his cousin that he says is his cousin.
Oh, this is my cousin. She's from
France.
France.
Yeah. And like he is starting to stab this other woman who apparently knows her. Or they know each other.
I don't think she knows this woman. It's
know.
that thing again.
Yeah,
where
it's all mistaken identity.
Rich bitches think they know you.
Yeah.
Because you're in this situation. You're here with this other guy I know, so clearly you must be somebody important.
Sure.
But she's just like, do you vacation over here?
Right.
Were you at this Christmas party? Like, just trying to place her. But she doesn't know who this woman is. She's never met her before in her life.
No.
but that's how they function. Like, I must know you, right?
Again, all horrible people in this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They all deserve to die. They're monster people.
Yeah.
But did any of it really happen?
Right.
Because they say at the end of the movie, no, his lawyer had dinner with Paul Allen in London twice since he was reported missing.
Right. And is he actually missing?
Right.
Like,
was that really Paul Allen?
Right. Okay. And by the way, I'm having a hard time with this whole conversation about the name Paul Allen, because I know who Paul Allen is in real life, and he is not this man.
Who's Paul Allen?
Paul Allen was one of the founders of Microsoft.
Okay.
Yeah. We literally just watched Pirates of Silicon Valley last night.
But he does this a lot too, because he like basically is making up names. Like he has the detective show up because Paul is missing. Paul Allen is missing.
Played by Jared Leto.
So Jared Leto's in this. The detective who shows up is Willem Dafoe.
Yep.
And he is quickly dismissed by Patrick Bateman telling him, "Oh, I have a lunch uptown with Cliff Huxtable."
Right. Yeah.
Like, they just throw names out like nothing matters.
Right.
At one point he says, "Oh, we went to a Broadway show. Africa, oh, Africa. It was a laugh riot."
Right.
What?
All of this fake shit.
He's just making it up as he goes.
Right.
So maybe he's making up these people. Maybe he made up Patrick Bateman. Maybe he is Davis.
Which, the one thing that might completely explain everything, you don't actually see what is on his pill bottles, but he was prescribed some pills.
Yes, he's been taking medication this whole movie.
Or supposed to be. I don't see him take it but once.
He takes it twice. He takes one pill right before he axes Paul Allen in the face.
Okay.
And then he takes like 12 of them at the end of the movie when he's having a meltdown.
Yeah, when he's getting onto the payphone.
Yes. So it could all be that he has some psychosis and he's not taking his medication.
That's my point. He is just psychotic, which ergo the name of the movie.
Right.
He is just psychotic and seeing things, and he thinks he's someone, but he's not actually not. He's doing things, but he's actually not. It's all in his mind.
Oh, yeah. And at the end of the movie, he literally says, "This confession has meant nothing."
Uh-huh. Yeah. I mean, this is just confessions of a psychopath.
Yeah, pretty much.
All of it. And I fully expect that some of this is real and some of it is not. He doesn't know what is real and what isn't.
No, when he goes, at the end of the movie, he goes to basically, I think, clean up his mess at Paul Allen's apartment where he's got, it's full of bodies. He has them in the closet, and he has them in the bedroom, and he has them in the bathroom. Mm-hmm. And he goes in and he puts on a mask because it's going to smell like death in there.
Of course.
And it's been all painted, and it's clean, and there's no furniture, and there's no clothing. Mm-hmm. And the realtor who's there doesn't know who Paul Allen is and asks him to leave.
Well, first she tricks him by saying, "Yeah, you saw the ad in the Times." "Oh yeah, I saw the ad. There was no ad in the Times."
"I think you should leave now.
I think you should
and
leave.
Don't come back."
Yeah.
So it's all a mind fuck. But we didn't even talk about like the rest of the people in this movie. So Reese Witherspoon is his fiance, who's oblivious. Mm-hmm. Samantha Mathis is his drugged up girlfriend who's just on lithium or some shit and doesn't know what's going on half the time. Justin Theroux is in this movie.
Yep.
This is a guy who has had such a career, and I think people forget how many things they have seen him in because he's been in the business for like 30 years and he always looks different. Justin Theroux
looks different. He
is
sounds
one of
different.
The best character actors of our generation, and people take that for granted.
Yeah.
I genuinely think people don't realize that that's a thing. He's not a leading man.
But that's the thing. He's never really starred in anything except The Leftovers. That was his big break.
Yes.
And to my knowledge, we saw the first season of The Leftovers. Once. Mm-hmm. And we decided not to watch the rest of it for whatever reason.
We just haven't gone to it yet.
It was very, very fucked up.
Yes.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, the rest of The Leftovers was actually really, really good, and we should probably go back to it eventually. But
yes,
the
Justin
point is,
Theroux.
Justin Theroux is an incredible actor, should have gotten more stuff.
But then again, sometimes you are so perfect to be that guy in the background, the chameleon. You can make an incredible career out of that, and he has.
Yeah. Dude's in Star Wars.
Yeah. Willem Dafoe, like I just said, is in this. He's the detective. Chloe Sevigny is his secretary, is Bateman's secretary.
Yeah.
There's a ton of people in this movie.
And I recognize all of them except
Josh Lucas is in this movie.
Yeah. He's the other business guy.
Yeah, one of the other
blonde.
misogynistic bros.
Sure. And he's in a lot of things. But he's always the sidekick.
Yes.
Yeah, he's in A Beautiful Mind. He's the other he's the buddy who ends up being the professor.
Okay.
Right?
I don't know. I've only seen that once.
Oh God.
No, the thing I know him from is Sweet Home Alabama, also starring Reese Witherspoon.
Of course. But yeah, I think I knew everybody except that the drugged up woman. I didn't know her.
Samantha Mathis?
Yeah, I didn't know her.
You probably
I know the name, but I don't really know anything she's in.
You probably do know her from something, but I'd have to dig into it. The thing I know her from is the 1994 Little Women, also starring Christian Bale.
Right.
So that's the thing that I always thought was funny when I first saw this movie in high school, because those two had most recently been in that movie together.
It's like, oh, Christian Bale, you grew up.
But yeah, this is a packed cast of people, but basically none of them were famous. And I actually read something soon after this came out. So Christian Bale made this movie, but he also made a TV miniseries in which he played Jesus Christ. Okay?
All right.
He played Jesus. And he gave an interview where he said he made this movie, and this is full of just torture and murder and sickness, and he slept like a baby. When he made a movie about Jesus, he had awful, like nightmares. Something about that experience was more impactful to him and just emotionally affected him. Because he's method. He's a method actor. He's in character the whole time.
Right.
So my guess is he might just be a little nuts.
Well, yeah. I mean, when he got caught,
I've heard he's intense.
Right, when he got caught on video cursing out somebody on set.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. And yeah, I can understand there's a lot of pressure on you to be a leading man in whatever films that you are making, but you still have to be a human being.
Right.
Yeah.
He is so method that he goes a little too far sometimes. I think he's just in his mode, and it's hard for him to get out of that. And when other people are interrupting that, it's really destructive to his process.
Right, and he has to take that out on somebody in some way.
Right. So, yeah, do you have any other thoughts about this movie? Anything we haven't touched on? There's a lot of humor. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of weirdness. I don't watch this movie a lot. I haven't watched this in years, but it always manages to make me laugh. Like, that axe murder scene is one of the funniest fucking things because of the juxtaposition.
Yeah, him talking about Huey Lewis in the news and how this song, you really have to listen to the lyrics while he is like sharpening up this blade that is
preparing to murder someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is completely oblivious.
He's drunk and almost passed out on the couch.
And why do you have pages of the style section?
Do you have a dog? Is that a raincoat? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
And like later when he has women in his apartment, he does the same thing about Whitney Houston. Talking about, did you know on her self-titled debut, Whitney, she had 4 #1 hits. But I think the best one was The Greatest Love of All. It just speaks on such a human level. And he just keeps going and going. And even before
it's the kind of conversation that you would have with a bunch of fucking yuppies at a business meeting.
Well, like at the beginning of the movie.
Amongst your friends who are also like this.
At the beginning of the movie where he's like, there's so many problems in the world and we need to figure out a return to traditional family values.
Exactly. He's like turning into this bleeding heart. We need to end apartheid and all of these things that are happening in the 80s and so on and so forth. It's all irrelevant because nobody's listening. And
they all say that's such bullshit.
Right.
Like, shut the fuck up, Bateman. Like, just what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. Okay, so this soundtrack was probably the funniest thing in it.
It's very incredibly 80s. Like, he's in the car with his little Walkman.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm trying to listen to the new Robert Palmer cassette. And my so-called
Robert Palmer tape.
And my so-called fiance will not stop talking. Like, and it's the way he speaks. Everything is like this. I'm Patrick Bateman.
Right.
Everything I say is like this. I just wanted to let you know I loved Les Mis. It's wonderful.
Right.
He's playing this character. He's playing a farce of this human.
The whole thing is a facade.
Yes.
And then they play Walking on Sunshine.
That's right. Walking on Sunshine.
Oh my God. Yeah. There was a scene with him and Justin Theroux at a club. They go to the bathroom to do drugs.
Yes.
Where everybody is there I guess it's the 80s, and everybody in New York does drugs. Everybody in New York does cocaine. And there's I don't know why they get into a fight with a dude in the other stall.
Because he screams at him.
But the other dude says, "Can you be quiet? I'm trying to do drugs." Best line in the movie.
And then because they're all coked up, their hyper masculinity comes out and he starts fighting with him. Yeah. It's all just, everyone's at 11. Everything is elevated and everything is extra. These people are all so extra, and then they put drugs on top of it.
Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about this. It's just all over the place. Like, I don't really have an opinion about what actually happened. I think it's everything. I think he is psychotic. I think some of the things that he thinks he's doing, he's not. Some of the things that are depicted, he really did. Which is probably why during his quote-unquote confession, he says, I killed between 20 and 40 people.
Yep. Some homeless people, some hookers.
Right.
Paul Allen.
Paul Allen, of course.
Yep. I ate some of their brains. I tried to cook it.
Some of their brains, tried to cook. Yeah, he's just all over the place.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think this movie, if you've made it this far, listeners, this movie is worth watching, if only for Christian Bale.
He's fantastic.
He is something else. Like, this movie, when it was being made, this was like considered career suicide for anybody to make this movie. Like, this was a bad choice for him.
Yeah.
People thought this was going to bomb, and it's kind of become this cult thing that people love.
So before we started recording, I read the Wikipedia page for this movie. Apparently this was not always going to be this director. I don't know who this was. But it was going to be a different director and a different star. It was going to be Oliver Stone and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
To direct and star in this movie. It did not work out because Leo went to go and do The Beach instead, and this fell to Christian Bale.
That's okay, because you know what? This is kind of a thing that was a big stepping stone for Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
So I don't remember, I'm going to ask you this. Do you remember what the fervor was around this movie? This came out, again, when we were in high school, so...
2000.
Yeah, in the year 2000. Yeah, I don't remember hearing anything about this, knowing anything about this. Was this a big hit? Clearly, it got Christian Bale on a lot of people's lips.
Right.
His name.
I think this movie did okay. If I'm remembering correctly, I don't believe the author who wrote the book loves this interpretation.
Okay.
I could be mistaken about that, but I think that is true. And I think it's just been a really slow burn. I think the people who really love this movie are really fervent fans.
Yeah.
And they want more people to watch it.
Sure.
But I also understand that this is not something for everybody.
No, of course not.
We talked about this yesterday. They made a sequel.
Yep. It was a direct-to-DVD sequel that has nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with this movie in any capacity. Starring Mila Kunis.
Whoa.
Mila Kunis. Fun fact, I have watched American Psycho 2.
Okay.
I really don't remember anything. I think she's like in high school and a cheerleader or something. And it wasn't good. It was an awful movie.
Of course not.
Stop it, this one.
Of course.
But there is also a musical. Somebody Somebody wrote American Psycho into a musical, and part of me is really curious just because I want to understand how you do that. How you make that work.
Huey Lewis.
It's supposed to be very like 80s synth pop kind of stuff.
I think they could do it. I can see in my mind, like, there's not a lot of, sets here. You got the apartment, you got the office building.
Mostly, do you want to see this man singing and dancing?
Of course. Of course.
It's sometimes that thing, it's like, just because you could doesn't mean you should.
Oh, of course. But I don't care. I was entertained by this.
So yeah, I think you're probably
throwing that extra layer on top of it to have the main characters sing and dance would be even better. Because they made fucking Sweeney Todd a musical.
Yeah.
And that is about a murdering person.
That was also in the hands of Stephen Sondheim, who is one of the geniuses of musical theater.
I don't care. They can still do it.
If somebody else wrote Sweeney Todd into a musical, it might not be as successful. So, I don't know. I'm curious if I know anybody who sought out the soundtrack. I'll bet if we go onto YouTube or something,
it's on iTunes,
we could find the original London recording of American Psycho the musical.
Oh, Jesus.
So, yes, I think you're going to have to really digest this movie for a while.
100%.
But I'm glad you didn't hate it. I completely understand you being confused because that's kind of the point.
Oh, I was so confused. Right at the very end, I was just thinking, what the fuck? What did I just watch here? I'm not getting it. What is going on?
It's whatever you want, Trent.
Yeah.
It's whatever you want.
And for the most part, I don't like movies like that. But, I'll take it for what they are. Yeah.
So that's it. That's American Psycho.
Yeah, American Psycho. I don't know if this is one that I would ever want to go back to.
You might be surprised.
It might take a while.
Oh yeah, it did. It's not something that I just put on once a year even.
It's not like they're just throwing in clues for you throughout the movie like other things like this. Like in Fight Club, there are clues everywhere about what is actually happening.
Correct.
And in this one, no, there's nothing.
Because it's open-ended.
Except the pill bottle. And you don't see what is on the pill bottle, what's in the pills. You don't have a clue. But dude is supposed to be taking them. It is his name on there.
Yes. Well, it's the name Patrick Bateman on there.
Oh, fuck. All right, that's enough. I'm done. I'm going to read one email from Stephanie here, and we're going to get the hell out of here. From Stephanie about Secretary.
Let's hear it.
I love a weird dramedy. Dramedy. She calls it a dramedy. What do you say?
Dramedy.
Dramedy. All right. I love a weird dramedy with complicated characters. This is a good one, and Maggie Gyllenhaal is so charming and wonderful. I also have a bit of a crush on her. Yeah.
There you go.
Can't not.
You can't not.
She's America's sweetheart. Fuck Julia Roberts. I have zero time to actually go out for a movie, but I hope by Oscar season I will be able to watch some new ones. Yeah, I keep looking at the calendar. Not to break some breaking news here for you, but it is already halfway done with October.
Uh-huh.
The year is going to be done in just over 2 months.
Oscar season be gearing up.
Oscar season is here, y'all. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be here sooner than you think because we had a much more abbreviated Oscar season this year.
Oh, yeah.
Oscar season went on long last year. So, yeah, get prepared, guys. We're going to start into this very soon. But yeah, thanks, Stephanie, for that.
Thanks, Stephanie.
That's all we had for today. That is number 2 of 5 of our...
Whatever this
is, October...
we have very official series titles, whatever this is.
It's the Spookathon. Well, who cares?
Who cares?
It's whatever we decide that it's going to be.
It's our podcast. We'll do what we want, damn it.
Next episode is going to be completely different than this one because that's how movies work.
Yeah.
But if you want to tell us what your favorite weird non-Halloween movie is, this isn't going to be about Halloween movies.
No,
we're not going to do any of that stuff.
There's precious few unless we watch all of
Halloween. If you want to go and watch a Halloween movie, go watch Hocus Pocus. It's a fantastic movie. You'll love it.
Don't let the critics say otherwise.
That's right. 2 movies I will never understand how critics just got it completely wrong. Hocus Pocus and Twister.
Facts!
Yes. But yes, email us your thoughts and concerns and questions. We love questions. Send us some questions. Whatever you want. neverseenitpod@gmail.com. Tweet at us. Follow us on Twitter. neverseenit_pod on the Twitter. And if you wish, you can support us by clicking on the link in the podcast description about the support on anchor.fm, all that stuff. But yeah, Betsy, that's all I had.
That's it. We're done. So we will see you again very soon for another episode of Never Seen It. Once again, I've been Betsy.
And I'm Trent.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.